What's going on, guys? It's Arma Rubik's here. I'm just dropping in again. I got another game. This is not a one life game. I do die in here, get into some pretty good firefights, and I'm gonna kind of speed up through some of the movements and talk through some interesting places for you guys. If you guys like these videos, help me out. I just want to know, like, this week, how many people would subscribe if I just asked you guys to help me out and subscribe if you guys like the videos. But here I'm just trying to clear these areas and move towards where the guy sniping is designating enemies, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time finding out where exactly his designator is pointing. It looks like it's close, but it turns out it's a little bit further away, so I'm a little bit slow moving through here, but still just checking my angles. And I see a guy here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone.
Not sure exactly what I've run into, and then I see another guy over here to the left. So I know there's two contacts. I was gonna push through there, but I decided I'm gonna just circle around because there's two. So I pause here, just check my rear, and then take up a position, just trying to identify some security. Check left, move right, and right here I feel like I'm gonna be past them, and even if they decided to move on me, they probably would go past me. So I'm just gonna scan, see if I can catch anybody off guard. I've moved a lot, so I'm trying to secure this area because I don't know what's here. I know that I moved past a couple of guys, but I don't know what I've run into, and so I'm just trying to be really cautious. And eventually I'm just gonna move out because I've created some security. I know roughly where the nearest team is, and I do have some teammates below me. That was supposed to be a frag. And so I think my teammate just died, and I'm having a hard time actually getting this guy. Eventually.
Yeah.
I just have to finish this guy off before I can do anything, because he
Get back down
knows I'm serious. Alright, so now that we got that guy, I can start thinking about my buddy here. Oh, looks like he's still alive.
Over here.
Oh no, he is dead. So this is a lesson here on not being a hero and just waiting, being more patient if this guy wants me to get him up, because I don't have any smoke, and I'm really quite positive that I'm gonna die if I go down here. So I called out to him. I don't think I can get him up, but I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a shot anyway. I'm gonna try to be the hero, even though I know that I'm probably gonna die. I killed one, there's probably another, and it's very likely that they know where I am, so you see me go back and forth. But I go down here, try to get him up, and we get our one and only death for this game. So I'm gonna fly back in. I got a group of guys on a Hummingbird. I'm gonna do a little combat drop here. For a second, our team was having a hard time getting guys into the prio, and so I thought I'd take up transport. It turned out I only needed to make this one drop, and so I just returned back to base, ended up flying in with another aircraft and dropping in just a little bit ahead of my teammates as they're holding and fighting the main prio. You're coming them just a little bit to their right flank and push forward and try to clear out some of the guys ahead of them. Alright, so I've got a pretty good understanding that this area is clear, and I'm going to start moving on these next buildings that I can use to get some overwatch. Oop, and I spot a guy right here. So basically, I want to just keep moving from the last place that he saw me while he's still sitting in one spot. Right here I check. I didn't realize that I could see him. I see him right there as I look through the video, but I didn't see him when I first glanced over that, so I'm going back and forth, kind of just trying to figure out where he is, catch him if he decides to move from the front or the back of that fence. And
Kaboom.
I just don't see anything. Eventually I see him trying to run off. And we get that guy, so that's good. So here, I don't know how I just was not set up for this
You guys want to disengage from that
landing,
fight,
so I try to
to
get this guy that's posted up on me along this wall, and he gets the better of me. But thankfully, my teammates are close by, and we're gonna make it through this one, guys. As eventually my teammate's gonna come get me up, and we're gonna keep pushing, and that's the big advantage of having good squad mates around you who, you know, help get you up if you need it, and are playing as a group. So makes a big difference in keeping that one life going and not having to rejoin in. And that's just, for me, I appreciate it because I don't want to have to die and restart. So it gets me up, and it's mostly clear. So now that I just got shot, I see my teammates. I'm just trying to help provide cover. I threw a smoke out there to help for the revive. And eventually, once it seems pretty secure, I'm going to go ahead and move. And I'm going to start pushing ahead of the prio and clearing, spotting enemies ahead of my teammates. So this building right here turns out to be a pretty good one. We're going to have a lot of fun here. Try to here's a good tip for you guys. Repack your mags, but not when all your mags are loaded. Alright, so I've decided this is a pretty good spot. I'm going to keep this spot, and I'm going to close up the doors so it makes it safer for me to hang out here. And just as I do, the reason why I thought this might be a good spot turns out to be true. I don't know how that happened, but don't worry. It all works out. So I do move from that spot right here. I end up going back there, but I cross the street just to get a little bit better spot for helping my teammates in the moment. And so I'm just gonna close up these doors, clear this building, and kill that guy. So I fell back one building here, and then I fell back one more. So basically we've just been falling back one building at a time. As the priority moves closer to me, and as I kill a person, I just fall back to the next building. This keeps the enemy guessing about where I am, and it's a pretty good strategy for staying alive. Especially because most of the time people will expect you to be in the building that you shot from. It's just a it's just kind of a greedy thing. You can hang out in a place for too long and try to absorb, you know, a wave of guys coming at you, and you hope to get some kills. You'll see me do that at certain points where I just decide I'm going to make a stand and just take as many guys as I can. But it isn't the best way to stay alive. Really, if you can shoot a couple of guys, one or two, and then fall back to a better position, shoot a couple of guys and fall back to another position, you have the advantage of seeing where the guys are that you've previously killed, and then you also have the advantage of being able to clear in front of you on contacts that don't know that you're there. So you can see that I moved across the street, pushed up into the enemy, and killed a couple guys, and then I fell back, and then I'm in the same spot. But I like this spot. This spot's ahead of the prio. My team's coming up behind me, and I feel like I'm going to be able to get more helicopter kills. I have a good situational awareness from here. I've cleared one whole side in between me and my teammates, and so it should be pretty easy for them to get from where they are to me over the course of the movement of the prio. And this is a pretty good building to defend, as you'll see. But something does happen. My team never does get to me because somebody on our team, I think they joined our team at the end of the game because we were winning here and started team killing all our guys. So my team doesn't end up holding the prio and making it to me, and I end up dying. But so I've killed one, and I really think there's probably going to be another one coming to try to get him up eventually, so I'm being really cautious about my movement and trying to watch all around me to see if there's anybody else out there. So I'm trying to be really cautious about my footprints, my footsteps, but I also want to make sure that I'm moving and I'm not losing my ability to gather situational awareness if anybody comes around. Alright, there you are, guys. So you can see it took a minute, but somebody did come to get that guy. I'm thinking about going and getting that rocket, but I am still very concerned that there's more guys out there. Now that there was one, there's probably more than two, and this is where I feel like I've started to get into deep territory, and I'm really hoping my team is going to catch up to me and give me some relief by the time this gets crazy. So I can already hear shots outside of my building. Those are very close. There's a glimpse of another.
God, I hope it's me.
Alright, so I've killed 3 at this point, and I feel like I just got a couple more to go before I've got their whole squad. And that's it, guys. I was squaring up on the 4th one, and I think number 5 got me, so that's that. Hey guys, one last note. I just want to ask you guys one more time to subscribe if you like the tactics and you want to see more from the Arma 3 King of the Hill gameplay, and to hear more about the different techniques that you can use to stay alive. Alright guys, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, help me build the channel, and I'll give you guys more content. Take it easy.